Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. Okay, today our group will be presenting a comparative analysis of three short stories from different cultural backgrounds. Alright, the first one is Miss Siti Mastika by Faizal Tehrani. Um, it which reflects about Malay Muslim cultural heritage and values. Next story, If You Sing Like That For Me by Akhil Sharma, that highlights the Indian American immigrant experience, focusing on arranged marriage and family expectation. Next is What Means Switch by Gish Jen, that explores Chinese American identity and the challenge of growing up between the two cultures. Of course, as you can see, these stories come from very different traditions, but they also share a common theme of culture, family, and the struggle of identity. So, in our presentation, we will look at the similarity, difference, and why it is important for us as future teacher to appreciate in such diverse stories.
Okay, hello everyone. Next, I will continue for the similarities from these three short stories. So, the first similarity we can see is heritage as a shaping force. Like in Miss Siti Mustika, tradition shapes how women are judged. A good woman is measured by how well she follows cultural expectations. And like in the second story, Indian traditions shape the marriage. The silence between husband and wife is not just personal, it comes from cultural ideas of respect and duty. And in the third story, heritage shapes Mona's identity. Like being Chinese in an American school makes her constantly aware of who she is and how different she feels from her classmates. And the second similarity is family as a cultural anchor. Like in the first story, family and community push women to fit into traditional roles. It's like culture is carried through what the family expects. And in If You Sing Like That For Me, the second story, family duty keeps the marriage going even if there's no happiness. It shows how culture is anchored inside the family unit. And in the third story, What Means Switch, Mona's family is the anchor of her Chinese roots. Even when she wants to blend into American life, her family keeps pulling her back to tradition. So, across these three stories, family is the place where culture lives on. It can feel supportive, but it can also feel heavy depending on the character situation.
Okay, thank you for that. Now we're going to look at the differences in terms of traditions, family values, and also the social struggles between all these three short stories. So, firstly, in Miss Siti Masika by Fasal Terani, the story mainly highlights Malay Muslim traditions that also emphasize modesty, faith, and community honor. Family also plays a great importance on dignity and morality in this story. However, the main struggle here is how to preserve these traditions while adapting to the modern changes. For the second story, which is If You Sing Like That For Me by Akhil Sharma, the focus here is on the Indian American immigrant experience. Traditions such as arranged marriage remain central, and most of the families there often view marriage as a duty and commitment rather than just simply love. So, nonetheless, the struggle lies in adjusting to life in America, where loneliness and cultural differences create tension in relationships. Um, on the other hand, for What Means Switch by Jis Jen explores Chinese American identity, where traditions highlight respect, discipline, and also the cultural pride, while parents hope their children will maintain their Chineseness. Yet, The main struggle here is identity conflict, as characters face racism in the challenge of belonging to both cultures. So I think, in short, Miss Siti Masika shows the tension between tradition and modernity. If you think like that, for me, shows the clash between duty and also happiness in marriage. And for what means switch, mostly reflects the negotiation of cultural in identity in America. That's it.
Okay, and next, I will explain about why it's important for TESOL students. Okay, so we as future teacher and future educators, we should know that we might experience our students from lots of different backgrounds. So they came from we got lots of races also in uh, our school later. So we have to understand that diverse cultures so that we can build empathy, so that we can understand why are they behavior like this, why are they saying things like this and everything. So we also need to know about culture, so we know how culture shapes to the learning, because different culture indicates different types of learnings and different types of learning process, and also different types of understanding. So we as future teachers should beware of this so that we can cater to our students' needs. That's all.
Okay, so we all have heard of each people explanation. So, in short, the three stories show how culture influences people in different ways through Malay traditions, Indian immigrant experiences, and Chinese American identity. Even though the backgrounds are not the same, they all pointed to the same idea, that is, family, heritage, and cultural values play a big role in shaping who we are. At the same time, we also see struggles like gender expectation, arranged marriage, and the challenge of fitting into a new society. For us, as TESA students, this reminds us why it is important to understand our students' cultural background. By appreciating these differences, we can connect better, build empathy, and create a more supportive learning environment. That's all from us. Thank you.
That's all. Thank you and assalamualaikum.